welcome back to the Wake Man channel. All right, so this is gonna be the third addition to the private lake build series. And in today's video, I'm still land shopping and I'm going to give you some updates on the land that I've been looking at previously. As you can see, I'm wearing my Wake Man hat and my Wake Man hoodie. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, you can go to wakemann.com and check out all kinds of merch I have available. Okay, another day of land shopping. So today, I'm gonna head out to a couple different pieces of property that actually look really good, but just working on whether or not the landowner would want to sell just a 30 to 50 acre portion, because that's what I've figured out that would work on those two pieces of land. One of the pieces of land is in a location that I really like. The other piece is in a good location. Both are good distances from where we live. But the second one is right off a highway, which isn't ideal. But on both pieces of land there looks to be plentiful water. One piece of land, there's a creek that goes right through it, and then the other piece of land has two different main supply irrigation ditches that are available to provide water. So I'm going to go ahead and go to both these pieces of land and get the drone up in the air, get a good look at them. So I'll see you at the property. All right, so we just got done looking at those two pieces of land. The first one we looked at looks pretty great. I love where it's located, and looks like it's got plenty of water supply. The owner actually stopped and we talked to him for a little while, which is pretty cool because we got to ask a lot of questions. And they actually own all the water rights there, so looks like it's definitely doable for a private lake. But the problem is it's like 800 or so acres, and I asked him, and they're not really interested in selling a piece of it. They want to sell all of it together. So even though that one looks great, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get that piece of land, unfortunately. Then the other piece of land we looked at has really good potential, and I'm sort of excited about it. It just depends. I haven't been able to reach out to them yet. I'm going to ask my agent and see whether or not they're willing to sell a piece. In the video, you would have noticed that half of it is like marshy, and the other half they're actually farming. And so obviously the farmed area is right next to the ditch, and it looks like it's got plenty of water supply. And the marshy area, I'm not sure about. I'm kind of curious whether they'd be willing to sell some of the marshy area, or even all of the marshy area, for cheaper, or at least just sell me something like 30 to 35 acres. So I'm kind of having to be creative with this, because it's really hard to find the right piece of land being sold for the right size. So that's why I'm looking at pieces of land that are bigger, where maybe they're open to selling smaller chunks. So anyways, that's what we looked at today. Although I'd love to have like 50 acres of the first piece of land we looked at, it seems like that's not going to work out. So I'm gonna keep on checking into that second piece of land and see what we can do there. So just a little update on the piece of land that I've been talking to you about in the last couple of videos in this private build series. It's the one that's been the most promising. I got some bad news on it the other day. It sounds like the company that manages the irrigation ditch that runs by it, that could provide a lot of the water. There are 20 shares available. 1 share equals 1 acre of irrigation, but turns out that's not enough. It sounds like I would need 5 times that much, and it's just not available. So they're not interested in letting me have a lake that feeds off of the irrigation ditch. So that kind of sucks. But honestly, each share costs $200 a year, and 100 shares would be $20,000, I believe. So $20,000 a year. So I don't know that I'd want to do that anyways. The good news is I'm still looking at that piece of land because there seems to be a lot of groundwater capabilities there. Every property next to it has a good pond that seems to stay pretty full all summer. And if that was the case, if I could get a lake dug that even partially filled up by just groundwater and runoff and rain and snow and things like that, then I could just maybe dig a well, and that could be my secondary source of water. So I'm just checking on those few things, and I haven't ruled that one out yet. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd appreciate it if you share this video. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.